The scorching Mumbai sun beat down on the crowded streets, a chaotic symphony of cars, people, and endless noise. On the train home, I sighed, rubbing my tired eyes. My name is Priya, and I'm a final year medical student, finally heading home after the most exhausting exams of my life. Just as I was about to drift off, my phone buzzed. It was the family group chat, lighting up with messages that made a smile spread across my face. My father, Ashwin, had texted, "My dear daughter, where are you now? I've bought you that diamond necklace you always dreamed of." Then my mother, Lakshmi, "My Priya, I've cooked your favorite mixed mutton curry. Come home soon, darling." Home. The word felt like a warm hug. I was just about to type a reply, imagining the taste of mom's curry, when another message popped up. This one was from my younger brother, Rohan. "Sister, don't come home. Don't come home!" My smile vanished. They're not mom and dad anymore. They killed someone. "You're next." My heart froze, but then I relaxed a little. Rohan, that little brat, was probably trying to scare me again, like he always did. It was his favorite pastime. I typed back, "Rohan, don't be silly. Mom and dad would never do that. I even bought you a gift." The reply came instantly, in all caps, practically screaming from the screen. "I'm not joking. You have to believe me. They've changed. They smell ... strange. And there's something weird in the house. Don't come home." A genuine chill ran down my spine. I'd never read Rohan sound this terrified. Something was wrong, to be sure. I decided to video call them. After 2 rings, my father's face appeared. His smile wide, almost unnaturally so. It looked stiff. "Priya, where are you now?" he asked, his voice booming with cheerfulness. "Half an hour away, Dad," I replied, trying to keep my own voice steady. "Did you really buy that necklace?" Of course. I'd never lied to you," he declared, holding up a sparkling piece of jewelry to the camera. It was beautiful, but as he moved his hand, my medical training kicked in, and my eyes locked onto something else. Dark dried stains caked beneath his fingernails. It looked exactly like clotted blood. My throat went dry. "I want to talk to Mom," I managed to say. The camera switched, and there she was, standing in the kitchen, beaming. "Priya, sweetheart, I'm cooking curry for you." The camera then tilted down, showing a large pot boiling on the stove. Inside was a reddish stew filled with chunks of meat. But the bones... My eyes narrowed. The shape of those bones. They didn't look like goat or lamb. They looked disturbingly, humanly familiar. "Where's Rohan?" I asked, my heart pounding against my ribs. There was a sudden, heavy silence. My father's forced smile faltered for a second. He went out with friends," he said, a little too quickly. "He'll be back in a few days." "Come home soon, Priya?" my mother added, her voice dropping to a lower, almost threatening tone. "The curry is almost ready." The call ended abruptly. I sat there, frozen, the sounds of the train fading into a dull roar. The blood under Dad's nails. The strange meat in the pot. Rohan's sudden absence, and the way they looked at me... It wasn't with love. It was like I was a meal, waiting to be served. When the train finally pulled into my station, I walked home in a daze. The familiar neighborhood felt alien. Even our neighbors seemed to be avoiding me. Mr. Gupta, who always greeted me with a jolly hello, future doctor, saw me from his porch, and his eyes widened in what looked like pure fear before he slammed his door shut. What was going on? At my front door, I hesitated, my hand trembling as I reached for the bell. But before I could ring, the door swung open. It was my father. His grin was impossibly wide, stretching almost to his ears. A grotesque caricature of a smile. "My daughter," he boomed, "you're finally home." He ushered me inside. The house was dark, even though it was still daylight outside. A heavy, cloying aroma filled the air. I could smell the spices of the curry, but underneath it was something else, a metallic, sickeningly sweet stench of raw meat and decay. My mother stepped out of the kitchen, her silhouette framed by the dim light. She was holding a large kitchen knife, her eyes, dark and hollow, locked onto mine. "Do you know?" she rasped, her voice a dry whisper. "Know what?" I asked, my voice barely audible. "Nothing," my father interrupted quickly, stepping between us. "You're tired from your journey. Go rest in your room. Dinner will be ready soon." I didn't need to be told twice. I practically ran to my room and locked the door, my body trembling uncontrollably. The house was deathly silent, a silence that felt heavier and more terrifying than any noise. I frantically texted Rohan. "Rohan, where are you?" No reply. Then, I heard voices from his room, muffled through the wall. It was my father. "The ritual must be completed," he was saying. "The gods gave us wealth, but they demand one more life. ... Double." Quotes my mother's voice, hissed in reply. "She's suspicious. We have to do it tonight." At dinner, a wave of pure terror washed over me. My phone buzzed. It was a new message, a photo. It was Rohan's face, pale and streaked with tears, his eyes wide with a horror I couldn't comprehend. Behind him, I could just make out a stone idol with bared teeth, something I'd never seen before. It must be in the basement shrine, the one we were never allowed to enter. Then came one final message from him. "I'm sorry. They're coming. ... My blood ran cold. Just then, a soft knock echoed on my door. "Priya." It was my mother's voice, sickly, sweet. "The curry's ready. Come eat, dear." My mind raced, searching for an escape. The window was barred. The front door was blocked. There was no way out. I had to face them. "I'll be right there," I called out, my voice shaking. Taking a deep breath, I walked to the dining table. A single, large pot of curry sat in the center, but there were only 2 plates set out, one for me, and an empty space where my parents should be. "2 plates?" I asked, trying to keep the tremor out of my voice. "We already ate," my father sighed, his eyes never leaving mine. My mother picked up a ladle and spooned a large portion of the curry into my bowl. "Eat, my daughter," she commanded. I stared down at the bowl, at the chunks of meat, the texture, the fibers, ... My medical knowledge confirmed my worst fear. It wasn't animal flesh. It was human. I looked up at them, at their empty, soulless eyes. These things were no longer my parents. "I'm not hungry," I whispered, pushing the chair back. Instantly, they both rose, blocking the exit. My father picked up the large knife from the sideboard. "You must eat," he said, his voice a low growl, "to become part of the family. Forever." I stumbled back, my eyes darting around for any escape. My gaze fell on the pot of curry, and in that horrifying moment, I knew. Rohan wasn't just missing. He was in the pot. He was the main course. Suddenly, I heard my phone ringing from my room, a distant, muffled sound. But it was too late. A chilling darkness began to seep up from the basement, creeping up the walls, swallowing the house in shadow. A low, guttural chanting started to rise from below, the sound of a starving god. It mingled with the last sound anyone ever heard from that house, my own final strangled scream. Thank you so much for watching. This was a dark one, I know. If you enjoy these kinds of chilling stories, please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Stay safe out there.